Today we're going to learn 4 ways to make your writing so much easier. So here's one of my favorite tools. It's Grammarly, and I've installed it to be part of my Google Chrome, but you can install it in other web browsers. Now, I've typed this reply to a discussion that's going on in one of my classes, but this will also work in email and all types of places. Now, I can put the mouse over things, and it gives me, how to fix that issue, and I can go ahead and fix it. But I can also, you can see in the bottom right hand side, it says I need to correct this, and then it'll open up a full Grammarly screen. So now I'm in Grammarly and it's telling me the errors that I need to fix. So this is most people, it needs to be people. I just click that. Oh, it found a comma issue. I can click that. Do they realize? Okay, it's saying that I've got a repetitive word here. And so I can say, okay, I'm going to go with understand here. Where are they storing it? I missed a question mark. So you can see that I fixed all these different things. Now, when I hit this button right here, I'm on Haiku Learning. So it's going to take me straight back to Haiku Learning and put this information in the box, all corrected. And this is one reason I love Grammarly, because it follows you everywhere you want to go on the web. But you can also go to your website and paste the information in, and it'll check it there. And there's even a plug-in, if you pay for the Pro version, for Microsoft Word, so you can use this awesome tool right inside of Word too. Now we're going to one of my favorite apps, and we're going to use these two tools together. You go to HemingwayApp.com, and this tool is going to help you. Now, I'm just pasting in something from one of my popular blog posts called What to Do When Someone Hates You. I guess that's a problem for a lot of people. And you can see here that it tells me the grade level, and then it highlights things. Now, the one reason I use this is this is a quotation right here from The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. You can see that he's got some really hard to read sentences, but I'm not going to change this because this is something that he wrote, he said, so I'm not going to change that. But you can also see that it's highlighting my adverbs. It's telling me the kind of things that I need to do to make this better. Now, the part I love is that Grammarly is actually down here too, and it hadn't found any critical issues. You've seen how those work before, but it did find one advanced issue. Let's see what it found. It found that this part is wordy, and again, we're not going to change that because that's a quotation. So, but using these two together is so powerful, because when I'm done, I can copy and paste this into a Word document, or I can paste it into a blog post or wherever I want it. When I am blogging online, I aim for grade 2 through 5. I know that sounds very, very low, but you just want to make things easy for people to read. There are other statistics over here it can give you in terms of read time and characters and that sort of thing. Some people even like to just write here. You can come to Hemingway and just say write, and it takes away all this to the right, and you just draft it, and then you go back to edit, and it's going to help you. So these two tools, I call them my dynamic duo. They are so helpful. They'll make you a better writer, and they've made me a much better blogger. My blog traffic has picked up considerably since I've been using these two tools together over the past year and a half. So here's a new tool that you can also use to help you with your writing. I'm going to go into my Google Doc and copy some text here, and I'm going to paste it into Pro Writing Aid. Now, there's a couple of different things that this will do for you. Now, you need to know that Pro Writing Aid Premium, which is $35 a year, lets you do Microsoft Word, Google Docs, and what's called interactive editing, which means you can edit on the spot. It's just a lot easier to edit. But let's click Improve My Writing. Now, the two big things that I really like to look at in Pro Writing Aid is I like to look for transition words. Transition words make things easier to read. So about 25% of your sentences should start with a transition word, and it'll find that for you. It'll also find overused words, and it will also find something called sticky sentences. And sticky sentences are some of the most commonly used words in the English language, and people will stop reading when they see them. So it is analyzing here for just a second, and hopefully it'll go ahead and do that for us. So you can see here that I have some overused words, feelings, feeling, felt, probably need to take those out, see and saw, and it underlines where that mistake is. Now, in the premium version, you can actually click here and edit and do that sort of thing right here in it. It's going to check for the length of the sentences and how that is. I love the sticky sentences check, and I'll usually try to take these out of blog posts. Grammar check, it'll find it. If I've already used Grammarly, then it's not as big a deal here. And then there's just a couple of other checks that are great that'll really take you to the next level. So if you're writing at the college level, I would use Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid. It's really going to help you get all of this straight. And you can just, you know, look at this report in one window and then edit in another. Choose how you're going to do this, and again, if you're premium, you get all kinds of features up here that really helps, but you can at least do it just for basic editing to find some of the basic things that are wrong. Great tool. So we have this feature in Google Docs that we can dictate into Google Docs. So we're going to be dictating by going to Tools and Voice Typing. So when I click to speak, it's going to ask to use my microphone, and I'm going to allow that. This is a wonderful tool, period. We can do so much with voice typing, exclamation point. I wonder how students will use it, question mark. Isn't this awesome, question mark? New paragraph. Voice typing is a great new feature in Google Docs, period. So you can say new line, new period, and that sort of thing. And you can see it did pretty well on what I said. So it's a wonderful new feature. It's called voice typing. Some people don't have access to it because you have to turn access on for schools or turn on something called rapid release. But this is a great new feature that's going to help a lot of kids and adults.